Warning: graphic scenes of pest control. Do not watch if you might be offended. This rat's sitting in a concrete block that's lying on its side. Quite a popular little location for them. I think this is the fourth rat I've shot in 2 sessions. It's interesting how you can actually see the level of the water in the water butt, and obviously the smallholder's just bought some oil. Hope he didn't pay too much for it. It's been a very cold day, and the current temperature is only about 2 degrees, so I think the thermal gradient is not particularly pronounced, which is why the picture looks a little bit washed out. Also, I suspect that I could be improving the image with the brightness level and the contrast level. Definitely I need to pay more attention to the focusing. The digital scope that I use is not particularly focus fussy at these close ranges, but obviously this TQ50 is, so I need to pay more attention to that. Popular little spot this with the rats. The only issue I have is that there's rat holes just where that rat is, and they're pretty much vertical. I can see the dead rats, but I can't retrieve them. That was a different rat that shot across. The one that I shot is actually lying dead between the 2 barrels. And yet another rat in the hot spot. Stuck a little bit too much of its head out that time and paid the price. That rat didn't look particularly hard hit, but along with this second one that I'm just about to shoot, I found it lying just the other side of the bank while I was picking up. Yep, that's a rat. Unfortunately there's 3 layers of wire between it and me, and I've not yet managed to thread a pellet through it. Don't know where that rat was going in a hurry. Certainly no rat holes along the side of the road there. Looking through a bush here. With the digital I wouldn't be able to see that rat at all. There'd be too much light bouncing back from the bush. Shows how effective the thermal is at actually spotting rats. And always shootable, of course. Yeah, the rat's still there. This rat's about 4 feet back underneath a fallen down piece of presumably an old shed. There's quite a few rat holes under there, so I often manage to pick up 1 or 2 there. For some reason this part of the video is a little bit clearer. I assume there must have been a slight change in the air temperature, and the thermal gradient is more in its favour. Also think I've got the focus set better. One thing I do find a bit frustrating is the lack of sound on these recordings. I think that all scopes should have that facility. Watching a video without any sound is not a particularly satisfying experience. I also miss not being able to see where the pellet's flying. It's a good indicator of how well you're shooting. And if you do have a miss, you can at least go through slow-mo and see exactly where you went wrong. On the plus side, it is possible to zero the thermal scope by firing at the building, seeing where the pellet is sitting, and then using that as your aim point for zeroing. This rat moved just as I fired. There's often rats inside that little shed. Unfortunately, once again, there's 3 layers of wire, one of which is very fine. The only way I'm going to get at those is to actually go inside the run and stand opposite the open doorway. There's a good solid shot. This is looking down an old duck decoy. You can actually see some reflection in the water. There's often rats down here, but it's not often that I actually get a shot at them. I think I shot 4 this time. 3 of them were actually swimming across the decoy. Actually hit the wire there. Don't do that too often nowadays. Can't see the Harris fencing quite as clearly in the thermal. Changing magazines here. Actually hit a bramble there. I thought I'd got the rat. I decided to give it a second shot just in case, and it wasn't quite as dead as I thought it was. I would have given this rat a second follow-up shot, but I just couldn't get a clear enough view at it. As it is, it was a good solid headshot anyway, so this kicking around is not that unusual. The rat I'm looking for I actually spotted with the spotter, but it's a lot harder to find them in the actual site. Once again, good solid headshot, rat bouncing around a bit. I found it just behind this large tree when I came to pick up. This is looking down into one of the sheds. You can just see the outline and the shadow of a bench saw. The rat is actually about 6 feet behind it. Well, not a bad night. 14 shot is not too shabby. Picked up fewer than normal though. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.